I grew up in Indonesia. In Indonesia, taking traditional dance lessons as a child is as common as playing in Little League or youth soccer. So just like every other kid, I started dancing dances from the island of Java, I'm Javanese, and Bali since I was 5. It is so common that you even get graded on it in elementary school. And here's me playing the role of an angel at our Christmas pageant, complete with Javanese dance choreography. Somehow, Indonesians are able to combine the traditional with the modern, the old and the new, and our culture into our daily lives. Then, when I was 12 years old, my parents moved us from bustling town of Jakarta to middle of nowhere, State College, Pennsylvania. I didn't speak a word of English, so they put me in ESL, or English as a second language. I was a complete certified fob, fresh off the boat. Someone who isn't American enough. As a 12-year-old, I was devastated. I was going through a crisis. I acted different, I looked different, I sounded different. I just wanted to fit in. And the worst, my parents made us perform at Penn State's International Night. Don't let the smiles fool you. If I wanted to fit in, I was failing miserably. So that was it. I quit dancing. From then, it was English only to get rid of the accent, watched a lot of college football and hung out with fair-skinned boys, immersed myself in pop culture. I even rocked the 90s bangs. I was becoming, look, a real American teenager, complete with the slight obsession of boys to men. Then life continued. I went to college, got a job at corporate America, married a boy with pronounceable last name. Then these two happened. These are my halfie girls. Look, there's nothing Indonesian about them. They don't look Indonesian, they don't speak Indonesian, they don't even eat Indonesian food. I know. If I wanted them to know the other half that I spent years, decades shedding off, I needed to get back to my roots, to my heritage. So what's the easiest thing to do? Dancing. So me and the girls, we joined an Indonesian traditional dance troupe. And as I got more into dancing, I realized I wasn't doing it for them. I was doing it for me. I was the one missing that half. I was the one that ignored that half shamelessly, all these years, choosing to become an American and disregarding my Indonesian heritage. That wasn't the complete me. What if I embrace both? So here I am, dressed like a bird of paradise, because I realized that mixing the modern and the traditional, the American and the Indonesian, that's me. And for many immigrants, we are both. So what better way to embrace myself and continue this journey than performing one of the more unique dances in a more elaborate costume? We're performing a dance from the island of Bali called Cendrawasih, or Bird of Paradise. The dance represents the mating rituals of these birds of paradise, and some of the movements are not traditional. It mimics the movement of these birds, like skipping, showing off the tail, and shaking off the feathers. Mix in our traditional technique. Typically, Balinese dancers cannot show our teeth, so our expressions are done through our eyes. And the constant finger movement is also very traditional. This is also an example of a dance that's a combination of modern and traditional. The dance isn't classical or sacred. It was choreographed to protect and preserve the bird of paradise from extinction. And in our version, we have 2 male birds that will be joined by a female bird.